So I am back. I'm sorry about that. Something happened with my camera. But as I was saying, once again, this is Irene from Inspirational Travels. And this is actually my very first video. I'm recording from home. And I am just giving my thoughts about, not my thoughts, but my observation, because a lot of people have been wondering, my close family, relatives, friends, about the situation in New York City. So that's where I left off before my camera, for some reason, just stopped recording. So hopefully I'll be able to record until the end. But what I was saying, and I had to take a moment, is that I have a personal, pretty close friend who, whose spouse, whose husband actually is an essential medical worker, and he was telling her over the weekend, the Easter weekend, how Easter, for those who do celebrate Easter, and for especially the Christians who celebrate Easter. But anyhow, he was telling her how it's just overwhelming, overbearing, and devastating, because the people who are passing away is just one after the other, and the medical staff is understaffed, overwhelmed. They are taking care, and they're passionate about taking care of other people, but the devastation is seeing people, young, old, any age, any race. Unfortunately, a lot of Latinos and black people. I do live in New York City. And as we know, there's a higher rate in minorities passing away. But any race, really, any culture, of people passing away, and they haven't said goodbye to a family member. There's no one at their bed while they're passing away, and it's the medical staff to whom they confine to. The last people that they see is actually the medical staff. And there's just a certain window of time for these beings who have passed away to being identified, of whose bodies might be claimed before the hospitals have to do something. So, for example, I have a friend, her aunt passed away last week, and her family and her aunt's children are on the waiting line, in the waiting line, so the body is still frozen, are in the waiting line just for a funeral. Just for a funeral. So, yes, this is real. I only go out once a week. I promised my own family that I was just going to go out once a week, which is what I'm doing. I have my homemade mask because I just didn't want to buy the 95 a mask, the mask that everybody wants to order via Amazon and via other ordering sites, because as a health worker, as a professional health worker, I am very aware that this is very important for the medical staff. There are still some medical staff who do not have the right masks on, and these are essential medical staff. So, in some hospitals and clinics. So I made my self-made mask. It's made out of cloth. It's really sturdy. It covers my nose. It covers all of the parts, my mouth, my nose. and I'm fine with it. So I just go out once a week. It's been a month that New York City has been in isolation, or a little bit more than a month. I just go out once a week for my grocery store. My grocery store, thank God, is only 2 blocks away from where I live. It's very organized. It's kind of like being at an airport, but it's very, very organized. So kudos as well to the manager of my grocery store and to the staff. They have glass for the cashier. Um, I just give my money, actually my credit card, and when I come home, I have my hand sanitizer at all times, because some of my friends and my relatives and my sisters who live overseas told me that overseas, when you go to a store, they automatically give you a hand sanitize your hands. I guess because there's a lot of people here. In clinics and hospitals, they've always had, the pump, the hand sanitizer pump. But at my grocery store, which is a huge grocery store, they do not have that. So as soon as I come home, I have a hand sanitizer at my doorstep. I take off my boots. I take off my socks. Because it's a just, I think on Sunday it started to get warm, but we still have to wear like small jackets or sweaters when we go out, even though spring from my window. Well, right now I am taping, it's the evening, but as soon as I come in, I hand sanitize my hands. Once I have my socks off, my boots off, I wash my hands. So I'm very, very cautious. When I check my mail, when I get my mail, I have my gloves on and I just throw my mail on the floor. When I open the door, I wait a few days. You know, it's not that like important mail. So I just wait 7 days. I hand sanitize it and then I open my mail. Um, so that's pretty much it. Um, New York City, for those of you who have visited New York City, it's packed. Usually tourists are everywhere in every neighborhood. I used to have to go downtown almost every day around Wall Street for lunchtime. My friends and I, like, we had to make our way through all the tourists. So in my neighborhood, all the cars are nicely and neatly parked. Um, the parks in my neighborhood, again, I live in Harlem, there's practically no one. People in New York City are really, most of us, at least, most of us New Yorkers were really, really, really respecting the guidelines. And my friends and I, my relatives, my sisters, I don't have brothers, but my sisters, we check on each other via phone, via WhatsApp, via Facebook, via all the modes of communication. So it's real. It's real in New York City. It was real before in China, in Spain, in Italy, in France, worldwide. Thank God. It looks like the continent of Africa and the continent of Latin America and the Caribbean have only mildly, for now, been affected. And I don't know what this deal is, but that's another whole other video with China kicking out. I don't know if you've seen it, like Africans who live there. Well, it's not China. I'm sorry. It's a region of Zhangzhou, I guess, where the COVID-19 started, and just kicking out Africans, families, kids. They just don't care, from their apartments that they're renting, that they're paying for. Some of them have been there for years. These are business owners. These are people who make decent lives, not illegal immigrants, just kicking them out because they're stating that they are bringing a new strain of COVID-19 when the African continent has been really, really, like, has had the lowest percentage of people affected alongside Latin America and the Caribbean with COVID-19. So I am going to, because that's a whole other topic, maybe my next video will be about racism and discrimination with regards to the COVID-19 pandemic. I am a black person, so about, black people from the African diaspora, who knows? But New York City, it seems our governor is Governor Cuomo, and our mayor is Mayor de Blasio. It seems that we will be on lockdown probably, it seems like end of May to possibly mid-June, somewhere around there. But we're just taking it one day at a time. That's all we can do. We're just staying safe, staying isolated. Most of us are going out only when needs be. And we're just taking it day by day. That's all we can do. So once again, this is my very first video, my very first YouTube video. I'm probably going to put it up during the weekend. Today is Tuesday evening. Maybe on Thursday I'll put it up. I'm not sure yet, because I just want to edit it, make sure that it's presentable, and that my camera is not moving, because I'm actually holding my camera. I didn't have a support to put it on. But welcome, a warm welcome to my new YouTube video channel. And I am Irene from Irene Inspirational Travels. I'm gonna put my Instagram page link below, so that you can please follow me on Instagram. If you liked my very first video, please do like it. So like is thumbs up. And I look forward to reading your comments, to knowing what you think about, anything that I've said with regards to New York City. And do subscribe. Do please subscribe. Be my first subscribers on YouTube, on my official YouTube channel. And once again, I am a travel blogger, but it was important for me to have this video about the COVID-19 pandemic. So I'm not sure when I'm going to put up my next video. I'll have this video on for a while, because I know it takes time for people to, just browse through people's YouTube channels. But I am actually filming from my apartment in New York City, and I just wanted to let you know, if you're curious, if you've been curious about the realities of the coronavirus pandemic, aka COVID-19 pandemic in New York City, and I live at the center of Manhattan. Okay, so please, everybody, please, may you, your family, friends, relatives, beloved ones, and yourselves be safe. Continue to isolate, to follow the guidelines from your respective countries, from the World Health Organization. Also, please do use common sense, and do continue to advise people to be safe, your surrounding, your neighbors, your family, your friends, your relatives. And I shall read the comments, and I look forward to them. So I hope this is not too long. May you all be safe. May you all be safe. God bless. Until the next video. Bye. Irene from Irene Inspirational Travels. Bye.